Hey everybody, welcome back to the show. Today we've got a 2013 Ford Explorer XLT that we're doing a remote starter into. We're doing another iDataLink HC series remote starter. So let's get started. We have our 7mm here on the bottom. And a couple screws on the bottom here. A couple 7mm screws on the bottom of this knee plate to take this off. Then we have another 7mm on the bottom here, which tucked way up inside the steering column there. And then another 7mm right underneath, where the steering adjustment lock would be. And then there's two little tabs that just lock right into that little slot on the top piece of the steering wheel shroud. You just push that in with a small pick tool or a small flathead, and it comes right out. And just be right back for those. And there's our wiring. Okay, we are getting ready to start on the power wires. As you can see, the keyhole is in the dash, so we had to go up behind here. I unplugged the harness itself. Just makes life easier for everybody. So, let's start with some wires. We have our white-orange, which is the first pin. That is our ignition wire, which will be on this remote starter, the small pink wire. Next up is this green and red wire, which will be our main 12 volt. And this green and red wire will be pin number 4 in the harness. Next up is our blue and gray wire. This one here is our key sense wire in pin number 5, and it will be connected to this yellow wire coming off the remote starter. Then we have our purple and green wire, which will be pin number 6, which is our accessory wire, which is our brown wire off the remote starter. And the last wire for this harness is the one on the end, our blue-white, pin number 7. It is our starter wire, and it goes to our purple wire off the remote starter. Wrap that back up again, make it look like it did before we started. Go. And then we have our transmit and receive connector, which is tucked up there as well, just right behind here on the bottom of the connector. Which in here, we'll be looking for a yellow orange and a purple gray or purple red. There we go. So the yellow orange should be pin number 3, which if we look at this, we do see that we have the yellow orange. And then purple gray or purple red. And in this case, just open that up so I can make it easier to show you. It's kind of hard to really see. But you can see the yellow orange and the purple. Even though the colors might be hard to see, the pin numbers are really what you want to look at or look for. Because they may change the color of the wire halfway through a year or from year to year, but the pin numbers still stay the same until they completely change all the wiring. So this yellow wire, that's our transmit, our TX, which is our green and red wire off the remote starter. And then our purple wire is the RX. Which off the remote starter is the gray-red wire. Yeah, so we'll tuck those back into that loom, just like the factory had. back up and there. And I know some of you have probably been looking at this zip tie saying, why is it being left like that? That's just there to hold some wires in place. Now, next on the list is our CAN wires and our ground. Okay, here we go with our CAN wires. I unbolted the OBD plug. We do have a ground wire hooked up. Goes to pin number 4 in the OBD plug, which is what most of the cars have as ground wires. So we're looking for the gray orange wire in pin number 3, which is this one right here, because right across from it is a purple orange wire, and you can see how they are twisted together. So this gray orange wire is our CAN high, which is also our brown red wire off the remote starter. And then our purple orange wire, which is right there wrapped around the gray orange in pin number 11. That one's our CAN low, which is our brown and yellow. And there's our CAN wires connected. So tuck that back in there. Get some more Tessa tape back on there so it doesn't look like anybody is even in there. There. Just like that. Put that back there. The wires will start going like this. Things are going to start looking nice and clean here soon. So now, we got to go down in the driver's side dash, sorry, way up in behind for the lock wires and park light wires. I'm going to see if I can't find a way to get the camera in there so I can show you what we're doing and go from there. Alright, let's see if I can't show you a little something here. In this harness, in that box back there, there we go, that's our BCM where we need. You see that nice big connector right there, the black covered one. The park lights are in the connector just above it, or not the park lights, the door locks, sorry. The park lights are in that gray connector just underneath it. Now I've already disconnected the one with the door locks and found those. We have the blue-green. They're very hard to tell. The blue-green is right there. And 2 more over into pin number 8. You have a yellow-purple wire. And then right next to that you have a green-purple. The blue-green is your lock, yellow-purple is your unlock, and the green-purple is your driver's door pin. So let's see if I can show you some as I go. If not, I'll show you the after. And you get to watch me hook up wires in the dark. So as you can see, that's the blue-green connected to the green wire, which will give us our lock wires. There we have our yellow-purple, which will go to our blue wire coming off the remote starter. And that will give us our unlock wires. And then next door to that wire is where a green purple is for a driver's door pin. Now this wire does need to be cut. So you gotta, when you go to connect it up with the remote start wiring, just verify that you have the right wire going to the right side of the splice. The white black from the remote starter is the vehicle side. So that'll be going to the one that's not to the connector anymore. Which makes the white with the red stripe to the connector side. There. And we're slowly getting there. Alright, then we have this one here, this white wire. That's going to be going to our park light wires. So I'm going to tuck these ones out of the way, so we'll be right back. Okay, we're back. I wasn't able to really get a good shot of doing the park light wires, but as you can see, that gray connector right there, that's where the park light is. It's a yellow-blue wire in pin number 6, and it goes to the white wire off the remote starter. Then up top there, kind of hard to try and get light showing in there. Yeah, you can kind of see back there where the lock wires were. Everything's all back together. So all we have left is this red and white wire, which is going to our trunk release, which is right there. So let's get that going. Alright, here's our panel. This whole piece just pops right out. Then you have your connector here for your trunk release. looking for a gray yellow wire, which is right here in pin number 7. So that'll connect to our red white wire, and that should give us some park lights. And with this wire being hooked up, that means that all the wiring for this truck is done. And we can get into the programming and see if I did my job right. There we go. Put that back in there and we'll tidy up the wiring after we get everything programmed. Now with this vehicle, make sure you read the programming before you do anything. It does take 2 of the keys to program, and you do have a time restriction once you get up further in the steps. So I'm going to get things ready for programming, and we'll be right back. Alright, sorry I didn't show you the programming mode. There's a lot of steps and a lot of time restrictions. You need 2 keys. You put 1 key, you turn it on, turn it off, turn it back on. Red light does one thing, and then you take the key out, put the second key in. You got 5 seconds to do all that, but it's programmed, and we are about to give it its first try. Let's see if the door locks work. They do. There's the unlocks. Push the trunk release. Let's see what it does. And it goes up. And does it come back down? Here we go. Perfect. Nice convenience. Not only is it nice to have it warming up in the morning, but it's nice to have everything working. And the remote start. Just like that. It fires up, it works. No weird lights. Radio works. Heater works. Let's see if it takes over. There we go. Heard the clicks. No weird lights on the dash. Shut the truck off. And it works. So now, all we gotta do is tuck everything back up nice and neat. And I'll show you the final result here shortly. And there we have it. All done, working. You can see I've got all the wiring looking like the factory. Got it tucked in behind here, up out of the way. Easy to get to if I ever have to take it out. So if you like what you're seeing and you want to see more, slide that mouse over, click the subscribe button, click like on the video. I've got lots more coming. I've got a Ford F-150 that's going to be going up tomorrow. Doing a full speaker upgrade in that with sound deadening in the doors and everything. So be a couple days before I get that video done, but click that subscribe button. You'll see it. Let me know what you think. Drop some comments. And let's see if we can't keep this channel growing. So till next time, stay warm, keep the music loud.